How we doing all? So I've got a bit of feedback from my guide on Reddit, and just thought I'd make a video to clarify a few things. So what we're going to be after here is replicating this. Now what we have is side streets in between two avenues, which allows for 3 high density buildings with a little inlet. Now I find this L shape very useful, and you can find a guide to that in my guide. All credit goes to its author, of course, not me. So let's get to replicating this. So all we need to do here is start off with our avenue. So this is our main traffic. This is where all our traffic is going to come through. So now we just align the sides of that. So that's pretty good. You want it to be basically the same. You don't want it any less. A little bit more is okay though. And then we use the guides to make a new one, and then align again. Yep, that'll be good. And then this one here, this is where our side street's going to be. Now this is going to be our future avenue, so we'll get that in place. So this time you want it a little bit left. Okay, so now what we have here is enough room for 2 high density buildings here and 1 high density building here. Now what we're going to do to get our horizontal lines is the same thing we just did, but horizontally. A little bit out of practice. Okay, so this is our starting point. Now all we're going to do is put 1 across here. Annoying roads. I'm just going to delete this little bit so it's not connected there. So basically all our traffic, if it comes from over here, it won't want to go in this side street. It'll just keep going down and then across. And if it's coming from over here, it'll want to do the same thing, down and then across. If someone wants to get here, then hopefully they'll just go across our avenue here and down, but yeah, it won't really matter. Tiny bit of through traffic is nothing. Okay, so now we're going to keep going across so we can fit 3 high density buildings in here and then another 3 along here. We use the guides and then align again. Might just bring that over a touch. Yep. And then another guide. So now what this allows for is 6 high density buildings in this area. Now 3 of them are going to be zoned off this side, and 3 of them are going to be zoned off this side. Now we want to replicate this but in reverse. So again what we do, align the sides, use the guides, now what this does here is gives us exactly the same as what we've got at the top. And now we can sort out the area in here. Which is going to be from the guides again. And then we use an avenue. Now we want to give this one just a tiny bit extra room. Yep, that'll be good. Do apologize for how long it's taking. A little bit out of practice. Whoops. That's not what we want. Okay, now for the zoning. So basically what we have here is the way I zone is put a little bit of commercial along this side, a little bit along this side, and then our residential. Okay, so now what this allows for is high density commercial, 2 high density residential, and then we've got 3 high density residential along here. So that's 6 in there, and then 2 more high residential in here. And then that is an exact copy of what we have here. These two here haven't quite made it up to the next density, so that's why they haven't gone across. But as you can see here, we've got some high density commercial, which actually can fit in a smaller space. Sometimes it goes to the same size, but sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, hope this has helped. As you can see there, this is my only residential, and it's 25,000 people, and still got a couple more to go high density. So yeah, you can get some pretty serious population if you cram them in. Anyway, thanks guys. Ciao.